Hello warriors! Today I heard probably one of the best stories that I ever heard in my entire life. Peter told me how Arnold Schwarzenegger actually saved his life. If you want to know how, watch this video till the very end. What is the story? Peter one day decided that he wants to go to a library, and in the library he went to take a leak. On the toilet, of course, there was a junkie that was doing his usual thing, and he didn't like that Peter interrupted him, so he decided to take out his knife and try and stab him. But it's a very good thing that Peter had Arnold right by his side, because he borrowed the book. Maybe not what you were expecting, but what basically happened is this book was the self-defense weapon that he used to survive. If you are wondering, what do you mean, how with the book? Well, basically a guy used the knife and tried to stab Peter. What Peter decided to do is use the book to beat the guy to absolute unconsciousness. How you can use even a book? It doesn't even have to be Arnold. It can be any book in that fact, and we're going to show you how to use it in a situation like this. So, why is book such a good weapon for self-defense? Because they are almost everywhere. If you are a person that likes to read, there's a big chance that you carry it everywhere with you. For example, you are traveling by subway and there is a guy that starts to harass you. Many people make a very big mistake of when the problem is starting to escalate. They have the book, hey you, and they throw it or put it away. Why is it a mistake? Well, basically now the only thing that he had in his hands that could potentially hurt me is now away, and he now only has his bare hands. People do this mistake. After this video, next time you will be in this situation, don't put the book away, but listen to what we got to say. Another thing that many people do is trying to throw the book. Is it a good idea? Yes and no, it depends. What it depends by is, do you actually know how to throw the book? Because typical mistake is something like people just throw it without no idea behind it. They just want to throw it because they're scared. So I'm here, he throws the book, and what? Now he starts running, I will run after him. Is it a good idea? Yes, but you need to know why you are throwing the book and how, of course. A very good use of throwing a book would be something like this. Hey motherfucker, what? Hey. Oh, he would definitely not catch the book. Actually, if you think about it, every single time someone would throw something to your face, your instinct will always do something like either catch it or block it. That's enough time for Peter right now to go for the gun or baton or any self-defense weapon that we recommended to you. Is it a good idea? Yes, if you know how and why you are throwing the book. Only throwing the book will not be enough. Another mistake or problem that we see is that people actually try to fight with the book, which is good, but they use it very incorrectly. Mostly what they will try is just hold it in one hand and try something like slapping. If we are in this situation, very easy for me is, okay, the book doesn't have the biggest impact power in the first place, just like slaps. So now you are combining two things. You want to slap with a book. So there's no problem for me to just put a hand there and continue to stab, because it will not stop me. Like we discussed it with many weapons. Using it like this, just slapping with one hand, it will not stop the attacker. So now you are wondering, okay, so what do I do with the book? The solution. A book can be ultimate self-defense weapon because no one really expects you to fight with it. Mostly the attackers are going to look for guns, batons, pepper sprays, but not a book. They won't see it as a weapon. If you will learn how to defend with it, it can become very destructive very fast. Why? First of all, I don't expect Peter doing anything with the book, so I don't care. And all of a sudden, when I'm here, bomb, bomb. First of all, he blocked the first step with the book, so if I'm trying to stab, boom. Enough power as well. If you have book, something like this, which has very hard endings, it will hurt a lot. If you don't, you can still use it like that, because it will redirect my step. From this point, he can continue to slap me with the book, but using two of his hands, not just one. That's where the impact is actually there. Either he will go direct, or he will slap me across the face. You can show the slap, bomb. Again, when we were doing it on helmets, you can definitely feel the impact. I don't know how it felt using the big Arnold book. That has to be very destructive, but even with this smaller book, still the impact on the hands, on the head is very, very big. After that, you can continue either smashing him on the ground or just escape the situation completely. But that's how you use the book. You don't let go of it, you can block stabs with it, and when you are going to attack, don't only use one hand, but use both of your hands on the book. Now, actually, how are you going to use it? If you look how Peter is holding the book, it's with two thumbs and he's holding the book with two hands. This is where the power will be generated because of those two thumbs. It will always be a slapping motion. Even in the blocks, it's a slapping motion. In a strike, it's still a slapping motion. How to train? Because you will have to train it, not just watch the video and I know it. It never works like that. You first have to practice in stationary targets, because then in the whole dynamic situation it's going to be way quicker and way faster. So it's very good to just practice the strikes first at the stationary target so you actually know how to hit. You can use bob, for example, or even boxing heavy back. Even better if you do have a pad, you can grab your partner and start practicing. Hop. There you will develop the skill of the power, because the same goes for either blocking or striking. So if you want to practice the method with the book, grab something that is stationary at first and train it as much as you can. We always in the courses say that you should do the move at least 50 times on stationary target.
Yeah, be careful about not to try charge yourself too much, because it's too much visible and I'm warning him something happened. The best option is no, please no, a boom, without any warning, like the charge myself and hit, because it's a big difference between the, let's say, moment of surprise and moment of warning for him to cover himself in this position. Like this, it's mean not to try charge myself, but prepare yourself a little bit. No, please no, and hit him without no charging. Yeah, this is very important skill.
Now we're going to change the position a little bit, so we are not going to focus on the head, but on the arm. This can be used in a situation when I am the one who's threatening with the knife. Hey, and he strikes. No charging, exactly like to the head. At the power there, it's very good. It can even break a bone in the hand. Definitely, we have books that look something like this with very hard endings. Yeah, it can shatter some bones. So now practice again, but change the target from head to the hands. Even with the book, you have to be precise where you actually want to hit him, because it's not the same if you hit me to the forehead or to, for example, the place we want to aim. And in head, that's temple, or go to the ear. With this one, it can definitely bust earring drum very easily if the strike is powerful enough. Oh, it sounds bad, but again, I have a knife, he wants to defend himself, we are probably not going to care that much about it, right? If you are aiming for the hand, again, you don't want to hit the forearm or anything, you want to go somewhere here where are my fingers. Because there, if connected properly, if it breaks something, probably my ability to hold a knife and do something with it will be very much lower. If the second one you miss the head, I at least have maybe some broken bones in my hand.
Yeah, I don't want to risk step me by this one. I need a little bit
sideways,
some angle is very important to know.
You will train it basically exactly the same like we did with the slap. You can definitely use bob, heavy back, even wall. If you do not have any of those, you can even train it on the wall. The best one again would be pad and strike. You know you are doing it wrong if the book is slipping from your hands. It shouldn't, even after a very powerful strike. This is how you will practice it to the head, and then we'll change it for the arm. This is how you can practice and actually get better with using the book, not only by watching the video. We have to put it into a combination. The best would be 2 pads. So if you can, grab both of the pads and focus on the combination. You can start adding more and more power until you get the technique right. But for the starters, focus more on how you are hitting then as powerful as you can, because that's where the mistakes will occur in the training. The best stationary way would be if he really is threatening with the knife or whatever, but it can happen that he will not only want to threaten but actually attack. So that's why we are going to put it into motion. I'm going to try and actually strike my partner, and his goal right now is to block the strikes. I will not go extra fast, just for him to get used to actually slapping away my punches. He can combine either with a slap or with a step. It's completely up to him. The more you combine, the better. After you practice that, grab a helmet and do it exactly the same way, but after you hit the hand, try to find the space and hit with the head. Of course, always wear helmet for this one. If you don't have a boxing glove on your hand, go very slow, but do practice the movement. A little bit more dynamic for the hand strikes, put on a boxing glove and do exactly the same. And then for the maximum of the exercise, grab a helmet and go hand helmet or hand head. That's how we will train and see that it works even if I do have a knife. And because we are in SORUDO, there's not 100 solutions and 100 problems. There's one solution for 100 problems. What if I have a machete? No problem. What if he has a long stick? In this case, it's going to be a walking hoe. Okay, but it surely can't work against an axe. Yeah, we have everything here. Practice with multiple weapons as well, because it's good. It's always the same move for any type of weapon, because we are in SORUDO. Look at other systems, maybe Krav Maga, and they would definitely find 100 solutions to every single degree of the attack. But here, we're not doing that. Something like a book can be used as a weapon, and even like very deadly weapon with loads of impact. So that's the new information for you. Next time you do have a book with you and someone tries to attack you, you know that you can use it. How to use it? Training. The best one would be come to us, because we do lots of training with all sorts of weapons. We showed you that it doesn't matter if I have hands, knife, walking hoe, axe, machete, it doesn't really matter. It works for all the weapons. That's what we wanted to tell you with this video. In Pierre's case it was Arnold, but it can be any of your favorite books that can save your life. Just like the video if you really enjoyed, leave some comment, what did you think about the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, because we are definitely going to go over more improvised weapons, not only the book. Wait for the next one, we'll be here in no time. Bye guys.